Hey Libra, so I just sat down with my deck because I kept getting this pull to do a reading about something really specific that I have been seeing in the collective energy lately. The theme that came through was this incredibly powerful moment where someone basically shut down another person who was trying to compete or compare themselves, and the response was just so clear, so definitive. He shut her down with, "You can't do what she do. You gotta be an angel to do that." And honestly, when I heard this energy, I knew I had to pull cards for you, Libra, because this is your story right now. So I shuffled my deck and asked the universe to show me what is happening for Libra in this situation. What is this energy about? Who is this person defending you? What makes you so special that someone would stand up and say you are literally on another level? I pulled 6 cards, and let me tell you, the energy here is absolutely beautiful and also really validating for those of you who have been questioning your worth lately. Let me start with the first card I pulled, and this one came out so fast it practically jumped from the deck. I got the King of Pentacles. Now, when I see this card in this position, I am immediately understanding that this is talking about a person, specifically someone who has been watching you, Libra. This is someone who recognizes real value when they see it. The King of Pentacles is not someone who gets impressed easily. This is that person who has seen it all, who has built empires, who understands what it actually takes to be successful and grounded and genuinely abundant. This king does not hand out compliments for no reason. They do not defend people who have not earned it. What I am seeing here is that this person has been observing you for a while, Libra. They have watched how you handle your business, how you carry yourself, how you navigate challenges with this incredible grace that honestly most people do not possess. The King of Pentacles represents someone who values substance over flash, who cares about character and integrity and actual results rather than just talk. And this person has clearly decided that you are worth defending, worth protecting, worth speaking up for. The energy I am getting is that someone else, maybe a third party who has been jealous or competitive or just honestly delusional about their own abilities, tried to put themselves on your level. They tried to suggest they could do what you do, be what you are, handle what you handle. And this King of Pentacles person just shut it down immediately. Not with anger necessarily, but with this calm, authoritative clarity that comes from someone who genuinely knows what they are talking about. They basically said, "No, you do not understand. She is different. She operates on a completely different frequency. You cannot just decide to be like her because it takes something special, something you either have or you do not." What is really beautiful about the King of Pentacles showing up here is that this tells me the person defending you is not doing it for show or because they want something from you. This is someone who respects you genuinely, who sees your actual value, who understands that you bring something to the table that is rare and precious. This might be a boss, a mentor, a father figure, a romantic partner who is very stable and grounded, or even just someone in your industry or social circle who has credibility and whose opinion matters. When this person speaks, people listen, and they chose to use their voice to elevate you, to make it crystal clear that you are not in competition with anyone because you are playing a completely different game. I am also getting that this King of Pentacles energy is telling you that you have built something real, Libra. You have not been faking it. You have not been cutting corners. You have been doing the actual work, developing real skills, cultivating real relationships, building real value in your life. And people who matter, people who actually understand what quality looks like, they see it. They recognize it in you. This card is confirmation that your efforts have not gone unnoticed, that your character speaks for itself, that you do not need to defend yourself because the right people will do it for you. The second card I pulled is the Star. And okay, this is where I really started to understand the angel reference in the theme. Because the Star is literally the card of divine grace, of being blessed, of having this celestial quality that sets you apart from regular everyday energy. When I saw this card come out, I immediately thought about the phrase, "You gotta be an angel to do that," because that is exactly what the Star represents. This is not about regular human effort. This is about having something extra, something spiritual, something that comes from a higher source. The star shows up after the tower in the tarot deck, which means it represents hope and healing and beauty that emerges after everything has fallen apart. This card is about being a light in the darkness, about maintaining your faith and your grace even when things have been absolutely chaotic. And I am getting that this is what people see in you, Libra. You have this ability to stay soft, even when life has given you every reason to become hard. You have this capacity to believe in goodness and beauty and love, even after you have been hurt. You have this light that just emanates from you, and it is not something you can fake or manufacture. You either have it or you do not, and you have it. What I am seeing is that someone tried to imitate your energy, your vibe, your essence, and it was so obvious to everyone around that it was not authentic, because the star energy cannot be copied. You cannot decide to suddenly have grace. You cannot wake up one day and choose to be angelic. These are qualities that develop through genuine spiritual work, through facing darkness and choosing light anyway, through being broken and allowing yourself to heal properly instead of just covering wounds with bandages and pretending everything is fine. The star is also about wishes coming true, about dreams manifesting, about being in alignment with your highest destiny. This tells me that you are entering or already in a phase where things are flowing for you in a way that looks almost magical to people on the outside. They see you succeeding, they see you glowing, they see you attracting opportunities and love and abundance, and they want to know the secret. But there is no secret, Libra. The secret is that you did the inner work. The secret is that you stayed true to yourself even when it was not popular or easy. The secret is that you chose to be a vessel for something higher, rather than just operating from ego and fear, like most people do. I am also getting very strongly that your energy is healing to others. The star is the card of the healer, the inspirer, the person who makes others believe that good things are possible. You have this gift of making people feel hope when they are around you. You have this way of seeing the best in situations and in people. And this is not toxic positivity or denial. This is genuine faith backed up by your own lived experience of coming through dark times into light. People feel better after spending time with you. They feel more optimistic, more inspired, more connected to their own dreams and possibilities. And that is not something just anyone can do. That is a genuine spiritual gift. So when someone tried to compare themselves to you or suggest they could replicate what you do, the person defending you recognized that it was not even close, because they have experienced your energy firsthand. They know what it feels like to be around you, to receive your care and attention and inspiration. And they know that what you have cannot be manufactured or imitated. You gotta be an angel to do that. You gotta have that genuine divine connection, that real spiritual grace. And you do, Libra. The star confirms it. The star. The third card that came through is Ten of Cups. And this is where the reading gets really beautiful, because this is the card of absolute emotional fulfillment and happiness. This is the happy family card, the true love card, the everything you ever dreamed of coming true in your emotional life card. And in the context of this reading, I am understanding this as showing what you actually have, or what you are moving toward that other people are trying to claim for themselves or diminish somehow. The Ten of Cups represents having it all in relationships and emotional satisfaction. This is about having love that is real and stable and joyful, about having connections that actually nourish your soul, about creating a life that makes you genuinely happy when you wake up every day. And I am getting that someone has been jealous of what you have built in this area. Maybe you have a relationship that other people look at and wish they had. Maybe you have a family situation or friend group that is genuinely supportive and loving. Maybe you just have this inner peace and contentment that radiates from you and makes others realize how unhappy they are in comparison. What I am seeing is that someone tried to suggest they have what you have or could easily get what you have. And the person defending you was like, absolutely not. You do not understand what she has created here. You do not understand the level of emotional intelligence and capacity for love and commitment and genuine care that it takes to have what she has. Because the Ten of Cups does not just happen. You do not accidentally stumble into this level of fulfillment. This is the result of doing your healing work, of choosing healthy relationships, of setting boundaries, of showing up consistently with love and integrity. The Ten of Cups also tells me that you have manifested or are manifesting a life that truly reflects your values, Libra. And as a Libra, relationship and harmony and beauty are core to who you are. You are not someone who can be happy in dysfunction. You are not someone who can settle for half love or situationships or connections that drain you. You need real partnership, real family, real community. And you have been intentional about creating that, even if it meant letting go of people and situations that did not meet that standard. I am also getting that the person defending you sees what you have and recognizes how rare it is. In a world where so many relationships are transactional or surface level or just people using each other, you have cultivated something real. You have love that is based on genuine mutual respect and care. You have emotional security. You have people in your corner who would go to bat for you, which is literally what is happening in this reading. The King of Pentacles defending you is proof of the Ten of Cups energy because you do not defend people who have not shown up for you or treated you well. This person is speaking up for you because you have demonstrated through your actions that you are worthy of protection and loyalty. The fourth card I pulled is Ace of Swords, and this is so perfect because this is the card of truth and clarity and cutting through nonsense with absolute precision. The Ace of Swords is that moment when someone speaks a truth so clear and undeniable that there is no room for argument or debate. This is the energy of he shut her down. This is that definitive statement that just ends the conversation because it is so obviously true that to argue against it would make you look ridiculous. The Ace of Swords represents a breakthrough in communication, a moment of mental clarity where everything becomes obvious. And what I am seeing is that when this person defended you and said you gotta be an angel to do what she does, it was not just their opinion. It was the truth, and everyone who heard it recognized it as truth. There was this collective moment of, oh yeah, that is absolutely right. She is operating on a different level. Why did we even entertain the comparison? This card is also about justice and fairness, which makes sense given that you are a Libra, and this is your reading. The Ace of Swords cuts away illusion and delusion and false equivalencies. Someone was trying to create a false narrative, trying to put themselves in your category or diminish what makes you special. And the Ace of Swords energy came in and just eliminated that nonsense immediately. This is the sword of truth, and it does not care about people's feelings or egos when those things are built on lies or self-deception. What I am getting very strongly is that you do not need to defend yourself or explain yourself or prove anything to anyone, Libra. The truth speaks for itself. Your life speaks for itself. Your energy speaks for itself. And the people who matter, the people who have discernment and wisdom and integrity, they already see it. They already know. The Ace of Swords showing up here is confirmation that truth is on your side, that you have nothing to prove, that your value is self-evident to anyone who is paying attention. I am also seeing that this Ace of Swords moment might have been surprising to you. Maybe you did not even know this conversation was happening. Maybe you were not there when someone tried to compare themselves to you and when the person defending you shut it down. But the energy reached you anyway because truth has a way of making itself known. You might find out about this interaction, or you might just feel a shift in how people treat you, more respect, more recognition, more acknowledgement of your actual worth. The Ace of Swords is also telling you to trust your own mind and your own discernment moving forward. You know who you are. You know what you bring to the table. You know the work you have done to become the person you are today. Do not let anyone gaslight you or make you question yourself or convince you that you are not as special as you actually are. The sword cuts both ways. It defends you from others, but it also empowers you to defend yourself when necessary. Speak your truth. Stand in your power. Know your worth. The universe has your back, as evidenced by this entire reading. The fifth card that came through is the Hanged Man. And this one is really interesting because at first glance, it might seem like a strange card for this reading. But when I sat with it, I realized it is showing me something really profound about you and why you are able to be this angelic presence that the reading is talking about. The Hanged Man is about surrender, about seeing things from a completely different perspective, about being willing to sacrifice immediate gratification for higher purpose, about pausing and reflecting and gaining wisdom through stillness rather than constant action. What I am getting is that you have a quality of patience and perspective that most people simply do not have, Libra. You are able to step back from situations and see them from multiple angles. You are able to put your ego aside and consider what is truly best rather than just what feels good in the moment. You are willing to wait for the right thing instead of settling for whatever is available right now. And this is part of what makes you angelic, because angels operate from a higher perspective. They see the bigger picture. They understand divine timing. They trust in a plan that is larger than their individual desires. The Hanged Man is also about voluntary sacrifice. This is not about being a victim or a martyr. This is about consciously choosing to let go of something lesser so you can receive something greater. And I am seeing that you have done this in your life, Libra. You have let go of relationships that were not right even though it was hard. You have walked away from opportunities that did not align with your values, even though they might have been easier or more immediately rewarding. You have chosen integrity over convenience, depth over superficiality, truth over comfort. And these choices have required you to hang in suspension sometimes, to be in that uncomfortable in-between place where you have released what was, but have not yet received what will be. This is another reason why people cannot do what you do, because the Hanged Man requires a level of faith and trust and willingness to be uncomfortable that most people simply do not have. Most people grab at whatever is in front of them because they are afraid of the void, afraid of the unknown, afraid of being alone or missing out or making the wrong choice. But you have learned to be still, to wait, to trust that the universe has something better in store if you are just patient and stay true to yourself. And that takes spiritual maturity that is honestly rare. The Hanged Man is also showing me that you see situations and people in ways that others miss. You have this ability to understand motivations and patterns and deeper truths that are not immediately obvious. You can look at someone and see not just who they are presenting themselves to be, but who they actually are beneath the surface. You can feel into energy and recognize what is authentic versus what is performance. And this perception, this insight, this is part of your angelic quality. You see with spiritual eyes, not just physical ones. I am also getting that the Hanged Man is telling you that your period of suspension or waiting or uncertainty is leading to a major breakthrough. When the Hanged Man releases, when he finally comes down from that tree, he has gained enlightenment. He has transformed his perspective entirely. He has accessed wisdom that changes everything. So if you have been in a period of pause or waiting or not knowing what comes next, trust that this is leading somewhere powerful. The person defending you, the recognition you are receiving, this is just the beginning of a new phase where your spiritual gifts and your genuine essence are going to be acknowledged and celebrated in bigger ways. The sixth and final card I pulled is Queen of Swords. And honestly, this is such a perfect card to end on because this might actually be you, Libra, or this might be the energy you are stepping into even more fully. The Queen of Swords is known for being the truth teller of the tarot. She is sharp, she is clear, she is not afraid to say what needs to be said even if it makes people uncomfortable. But she is not cruel or harsh for the sake of it. She speaks truth because she cares about what is real and what is right. She has been through her own pain, she has her own scars, but instead of becoming bitter, she became wise. What I am seeing with the Queen of Swords here is that you have a quality of discernment and clarity that intimidates people who are still operating from illusion or self-deception. You can see through the nonsense. You can identify patterns and red flags that others miss or choose to ignore. You do not get caught up in pretty words or surface-level charm. You pay attention to actions, to consistency, to character. And this makes you very powerful, but it also makes some people uncomfortable because they cannot manipulate or fool you the way they might be able to fool others. The Queen of Swords is also independent and self-sufficient. She does not need anyone to complete her or save her or give her identity. She knows who she is, she has done her work, she stands on her own 2 feet. And I am getting that this is part of what makes you angelic in a way that others cannot replicate. Because you are not performing or pretending or trying to be something you are not in order to get approval or love or validation. You are just genuinely yourself, take it or leave it. And that authenticity, that groundedness in your own truth, that is magnetic and powerful and rare. What I am also seeing is that the Queen of Swords has experienced loss and heartbreak, which is why she carries that sword so firmly. She has learned the hard way that not everyone deserves access to her, that boundaries are essential, that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is say no or walk away. And you have learned these lessons too, Libra. You have been through things that could have made you cynical or closed off, but instead they made you clearer about what you will and will not accept in your life. You have standards now, real standards, not just preferences, and you enforce them. This Queen is telling me that you are not going to compromise yourself for anyone anymore. You have seen what happens when you ignore your intuition or settle or give people more chances than they deserve. And you are done with that. You are in your Queen of Swords energy now, which means you are leading with clarity and truth and self-respect. And yes, this might mean some people cannot keep up with you or cannot handle you or feel threatened by you, but that is not your problem. Your job is not to dim your light or dull your sword so that others feel more comfortable. Your job is to be exactly who you are and trust that the right people will celebrate that rather than fear it. The Queen of Swords in this position is also confirming everything else in this reading. She is that person who would absolutely shut down anyone trying to diminish you or compare themselves to you. She is that energy that says no, she is different, she is special. You cannot do what she does because you have not done the work she has done. You have not developed the clarity and strength and wisdom that she has. The Queen of Swords does not tolerate delusion, and she definitely does not tolerate people trying to steal valor or claim credit for qualities they have not earned. So Libra, when I look at all 6 of these cards together, the story is so clear and so powerful. You have someone in your life, represented by the King of Pentacles, who sees your genuine value and is not afraid to defend it and speak up for you. You have this star quality, this angelic essence that comes from real spiritual work and genuine grace. You have created or are creating the 10 of Cups, this beautiful, fulfilling emotional life that others envy but cannot replicate because they have not done the healing work you have done. The Ace of Swords has cut through all the noise and established the truth of who you are and what you bring. The Hanged Man shows that your patience and perspective and willingness to see things differently has given you wisdom that sets you apart. And the Queen of Swords is you stepping fully into your power, into your clarity, into your truth. Someone said you can't do what she do, you got to be an angel to do that. And they were right. You do have something special, something divine, something that cannot be imitated or manufactured. And the universe is confirming that through this reading. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to compete with anyone. You do not need to explain yourself or justify your existence or your gifts. You just need to keep being exactly who you are. Keep doing exactly what you are doing, and trust that the right people see it, appreciate it, and will protect it. I hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if you have felt this energy or if you have experienced someone defending you or recognizing your value in a powerful way recently. Sending you so much love and light, Libra.